to the public. It affords the public an opportunity to know about some activities within the AFL.
This show promises to be informative and educative. Be our guest for the next 1 hour.
We are your presenters, Major Stephen Tortapla
And Major Eldorado Nyanti Jebo. In this edition of the Armed Forces Today, A Force for Good, we have Sergeant Major Benjamin Gant of the 23rd Infantry Brigade and Sergeant Major Kwa Plazan of the Armed Forces of Liberia Training Command, along with retired Major David J. Sepley from the National Bureau of Veteran Affairs as our special studio guest.
There are a lot of issues to discuss today, issues ranging from the history and importance of the 177th Flag Day Parade ceremony, the roles of the AFL, and the National Bureau of Veterans Affairs in the preparation of schools for the Flag Day Parade, the importance of teaching ROTC in schools across Liberia, awards that will be given out to winning schools, and a lot more. Please stay tuned.
Welcome back. Today we have in studio our special guest, Sergeant Major James Benjamin Gant of the 23rd Infantry Brigade, Sergeant Major Corby Plazan of the Armed Forces of Liberia Training Command, and retired Major David J. Sepley of the National Bureau of Veteran Affairs. Gentlemen, you are welcome to the Armed Forces Today, A Force for Good. Kindly tell our listening audience a little about yourself, beginning with Sergeant Major Gant.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Major Stephen Tortapla, our host today, and to you, Major Eldorado Jebo, our co-host, to our esteemed listeners, our listening audience, and the gallant men and women of the Armed Forces of Liberia. I am Sergeant Major James Benjamin Gant, born in Dusa Hospital, Habel, Mangibi County. I am the oldest of 5 boys, blessed unto the union of Mr. James Benjamin Gant Sr., deceased, and Mrs. Anning T. Gant. I am a graduate, or 2002 graduate of the Dragon's Kingdom, Riggs Institute of Virginia. I enrolled into the University of Liberia in 2004, and in 2006, I got enlisted into the Armed Forces of Liberia. I have gone through the ranks and files of the EFL, serving various positions ranging from team leader to first sergeant, Bravo Company, 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Brigade. I also serve as instructor, drill sergeant, senior drill sergeant, and command sergeant major of the Armed Forces Training Command. Additionally, I served as the Liberian Battalion 6 deployed to Mali in 2016. I am a graduate of the Basic Non-Commissioned Officer course, or the Total Army Instructor Training course, the United States Army Drill Sergeant School, the Ghana Army Advanced NCO and Tactical and Jungle Warfare course, and the United States Army Drill Sergeant School, just to name a few. I hold a BBA in management from the University of Liberia, and currently I am the Command Sergeant Major of the 23rd Infantry Brigade.
So thank you. Retired Colonel Sepley.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Major David G. Sepley, Director ROTC, National Bureau of Veteran Affairs. I was born in Tapetan, Lower Nima County, we in Doro Chieftain. Married with 4 children.
You okay? Okay, then we move.
So, the last person.
Thank you very much, Major Tapla, for this podium. Let me just begin with my current occupation. I'm Sergeant Major Kuo Plaza. Now, I'm current Command Sergeant Major for the Armed Forces Training Command. Now, I serve for 18 years now. I happen to be one of the first graduates. And basically, I serve as a senior enlisted advisor to the training commandant of the Armed Forces Training Command. Now, as a sergeant major, we do have a regimental function, which brings us to our present coverage today in terms of the August 24th AFL participation. I will just keep it that way and say that I'm with no doubt that we will deliver the best judgment on the drills and ceremony for this year's celebration. Thank you very much, Major Tablet.
Yeah, okay. Thank you also for those splendid introductions. So, as we are aware, we are here today to talk about the Flag Day celebration. We expect this day to take place on Saturday, 24th of August. And before the day, there are a lot of preparations that take place. But before we talk about these preparations and other things, let's first look at the importance, the relevance of Flag Day, beginning with Sergeant Major Gent.
Flag Day is a day we as Liberian pay homage and reflect on our national emblem, which is our flag. As you may be aware, all of the inscription or designs of our flag have specific or meaning. So it is very important that every year we pay that respect to the flag. Interestingly, officially in 1915, President Daniel E. Howard was the one that enacted the August 24th to be a national holiday. And there is a long history to our flag. As we go along, we will also talk about the details of the flag.
Thank you so much. So, retired Major Sipley, the importance of Flag
The
Day.
importance of the Flag Day. July 10, 1847, Governor Joseph Jenkins Roberts formed a committee of eminent Liberian women to make the national flag of Liberia. The national flag of Liberia was designed by a committee of distinguished women of excellent talents and skill led by Mistress Susanna E. Lewis.
Okay, so we have heard from the two distinguished gentlemen here concerning the importance of the flag. So let us put that aside. Let me come to you, Sergeant Major Kuo, with the role of the AFL in this Flag Day parade program.
Thank you very much. Before I dive into the aspect of the role of AFL, may I just go back a little bit? You know, there's a movie that I really love coming up to now. I still find it as a motivating factor that led to my presence in the army. That has to do with the rules of engagement. And the main point I want to emphasize on is when the American forces were engaged by oppositions, there were heavy fire that they were on. There was one thing only that they respected. That was the aspect of securing our flag, lowering our flag, throwing our flag, and getting back in our headquarters to carry that flag to their home. What am I speaking of? The flag actually, it creates that identity. It is the people. It is the proud. It depicts what we stand for. And as I'm seated currently on my right shoulder, I do have the flag displayed on my uniform. And it is also evident that even the civilian out there, they will always tell you, do not cover the soldier man flag. It is also evident, like brother that said, when the flag falls on the ground, look, you will be dealt for that. I cannot overemphasize how important is this flag. The flag is the people, and we stand to defend the nation and its people as per our constitutional mandate. Thank you very much, sir.
So then, can you now tell us the role of the AFL in the Flag Day program that is expected on Saturday?
Okay, thank you very much, Major Tappet. When it comes to the AFL, I think I would just move a little bit ahead. But however, there are levels in which we function. Considering the Flag Day, I believe that it came into existence not just where we seated. It started with the preparatory, with the planning stage, correction, and then it came to the issue of the preparation stage. For the preparation stage, then we come to the execution, where I believe we are just like few days to the August 24th. So our role actually, irrespective of the strategic diplomatic arrangement, we stand to execute. And in terms of execution, AFL is there to make sure that that tradition, that old tradition, is kept to the level, to synchronize instructors, to synchronize the ROTC instructors, to synchronize participants, to make sure that this is colorful, that other nations will sit and say, yes, I enjoy, or I'm proud of the flag in which Liberia bears. I'm proud of the way they carry on this celebration for this year occasion.
Okay, so the AFL is there to ensure that the entire program is synchronized.
Yes, sir.
They are there to ensure that the ROTC instructors are trained and know exactly what to do for the parade. Let me now turn to retired Major Sipley. In this Flag Day program, tell us about the Veteran Bureau. What is the role in this program?
The Veteran Bureau responsible for training the various schools.
Okay.
The Ministry of Education select their schools and gave the roster to the director of ROTC, National Veteran Bureau.
Okay.
We assign the soldiers to the various schools for discipline, DNC, during settlement, remain calm, how to respect officer, and the various criteria.
Okay, so having listened to all of your views, we were opportuned to interview retired Colonel Emmanuel Service concerning the Flag Day. And this is what he had to say.
Flag, being a symbol of Liberia, goes beyond boundaries. It brings everybody together and unite all of us together as under one umbrella. Because we say one nation, one people, one Liberia.
The flag represents our values.
It represents our values.
The flag represents our freedom, our culture, and our independence. And therefore, it is important that we respect the flag, that we honor the flag at all times. So with this honor, like you said, what do you expect from all of us at this time? Do you expect anything less than unity?
No. Well, at this time, we should all unite as one people under the one flag.
Yeah.
Because the flag, as I said, is a symbol of Liberia, of the unity of Liberia. Because one Liberia, one people, one flag.
So, gentlemen, retired Colonel Service just said he expects nothing less than unity. What is your take? Beginning with, what is your take? Just in 10 seconds.
Oh, thank you very much, Major Tapla. The Colonel rightfully plays, I believe, the representation of the flag. And if I may buttress, I believe that the flag is a tradition that should be held at a level in which we should continuously practice this tradition on a yearly basis as it comes.
Thank you very much. And so, Sergeant Major Gant, 10 seconds.
So even though I have just 10 seconds, but I'll just list few words with which I use to describe the importance of the flag. I would tell you that whenever you think about the flag, you should think about pride. You should think about fidelity, that's loyalty. You should think about dignity. You should think about valor. You should think about purity and hope. I wish I could go into more detail.
Thank you.
I'll just keep it at that.
Retired Major Sibley.
We think about the flag, we think about national patriotism. We are technically and tactically proficient in crime. So when we think about the flag, we talk about loyalty, patriotism.
Thank you so much.
So Colonel Service has just spoken on the relevance or importance of the flag. That was just a value addition that he gave to just everything our studio guests had previously said. So speaking to the issue of execution, I want to be specific. Sergeant Major Quor, do you care to tell us about the organizational chart and participants of the upcoming 177th Flag Day Parade?
Thank you very much, Mr. Jebo. So I will look at levels. On the strategic level, I believe this function is headed by the Ministry of Education. And where we stand as Armed Forces of Liberia, we fall under the Ministry of National Defense, not forgetting the Bureau of the Veteran Bureau. So from the Ministry of Education, they are the one responsible to carry on a selection of schools that will participate in a given August 24th parade, considering that our curriculum for the school system does not commensurate with school being session during August 24th. So after the Ministry of Education have carried on its selection, we come to the issue of the Veteran Bureau. The Veteran Bureau are the meat and potatoes in what we are speaking about. They are the one who are actually with the students. They are the ROTC instructors. However, we are in evolving world, and knowledge is perishable. So we, as military, the key to proficiency is rehearsal. So we carry on what we call staff coordination. We coordinate. So we bring the Veteran Bureau. That is where AFL comes in. We do what we call train the trainer. And that train the trainer program is conducted. And then we do what we call a follow-up check on learning. As we speak, on the 22nd of this month, we will be having an active participant. The schools will be at BDC barracks, where we will go in to check on where those things that were taught to the veterans to see actually what it's in line. Because remember that this occasion will be graced with evaluation. Okay, so I just want to stop there and turn over the floor to you, Major Jebo. Thank you.
Yeah, please, veteran, do you have anything to add to what Samuel Quor just said?
What are the questions?
So
The organization chart, for the Ministry of Education. We have 30 schools. Each of the schools participating students, 40. So the total students are taking part at 1,200 students are taking part in a flag day. There's an organization chart right there.
Okay, so thank you so much. Now, time is fast spent. And so on August 24th, there will be a parade. I believe there is going to be a parade.
Yeah.
So, in 1 minute, can you tell us the criteria, what the parade is going to be all about? I mean, we know about awards and other things. So let's start eating the meat.
Thank you very much, sir. So On the August 24th, the day of the parade, the schools, the 30 school, as already mentioned by my colleague here, or the other student guests,
Yeah.
will be evaluated. And we have an evaluation checklist. But beginning at 0700 hours after the flag is raised on August 24th, the schools are going to be forming up. And we have categories of evaluations with point attached. So the schools are going to be evaluated on time management. They're going to be evaluated on proper alignment. That is when they form up and doing the parade, the street parade. Also voice projection. The commanders in charge of those troops, as they give command, the way they respond, the troop respond, or how projected they are. We're going to talk about the ice right, which is the meat and potatoes. Like after the street parade, there is a point where the commander in chief is on the podium, and all the participating schools do an ice right.
Yeah.
So some schools usually miss it, their points, and that's the highest allotted mark for the August 24th at that stage where the schools do the ice right. Then we also have the dress code, and then discipline general. So these are just the top evaluation or criteria, but below them we also have like other things to check to accumulate the points we are talking about. If I may just add quickly, so the time management is 15 points, the proper alignment is 20 points, the voice projection is 5 points, or the eyes right, which is the highest mark, is 25 points, the dress code is 20 points, and then the discipline general is 15 points. So we will have 100 points accumulation per schools, and all of the judges, which we are going to delve into later, do an independent evaluation of those schools. And then at the end of the day, we have 5 judges that come together, bring the report together, and then we determine the various winners or as per the scores they acquired. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, retired Major Sibley,
Yeah.
do you want to say something about that? About the day itself?
Oh, the day itself will be very beautiful based upon the instructors assigned on the field. Thursday we are evaluating them to teach, because most of them were taught from the T&T training class.
Yep.
So Thursday will carry the students on the field to check them. If there's any error, we rectify it before they did, because it's very competitive.
If I may add
So
to that.
you want to say something?
Yes, sir. So, thank you very much. So, if I may add to that, so this trainer, and we'll bring the school on the 22nd, is basically to check on learning from the coordination we as active duties have done with the veteran. Since the schools are going to be evaluated, at that portion is for us to ensure that the trainer has achieved its actual objective, so that no school can be disadvantaged during the evaluation process, which is on the D-Day. Thank you, sir.
So thank you so much. Sergeant Major Ku, I know you want to come in, but we are about to take a break. So to our listening audience, if you are just joining us, we would like to inform you that you are listening to Armed Forces Today, a Force for Good on 99.9 FM. Let us take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be talking more about the awards and the criteria. Thank you.
Welcome back. For those of you just joining us, you are listening to the Armed Forces Today, a force for good. We have in conversation with us Sergeant Major James Benjamin Gant of the 23rd Infantry Brigade and Sergeant Major Kwa Plazan of the Armed Forces Training Command, along with Major Sipley, retired Major of the Bureau of Veteran Affairs. want to begin with Sergeant Major Kua. How do you find the working relationship between the personnel of the AFL and those of the Veteran Affairs who are working with you in preparation for the forthcoming 177?
Yes, thank you so much. But before we proceed to that question, can we talk about play the clip on retired First Lieutenant Sumo?
Some of the military practices that I'm talking about. One, drill.
Drill. You need the
Drill.
Yeah.
It helps students
Yeah.
to know the different military ranks.
Range, of course.
It helps students to know the meaning of hand salute. Students, if they are properly taught ROTC, will know how to interact with soldiers. Students will know if walking on a sidewalk with uniformed soldier, they will know their position.
Okay.
If in a car, they will know their position where to sit. All of these things can be taught in a classroom, and they are embedded within a ROTC.
So before you continue, you spoke of knowing your position, the students knowing their position in terms of what? Is it about the Liberian flag?
No, reason is this. If it's civilian, I consider the students to be civilians.
Yeah.
If civilian is walking on a sidewalk with uniformed soldier, he or she needs not to stand on the right-hand side of the uniformed soldier. In addition, that uniform may come across superior or subordinate, and courtesy is rendered to him, that is hand salute.
Yeah.
In the process of responding to the hand salute, and the civilian is on his right-hand side, easily the civilian will be able.
Yes, you just listened to retired Lieutenant Sumo. Okay, he talked about the hand salute. He talked about people knowing their position. He talked about people knowing the importance of getting along with security personnel. What's your take on that? Yes.
So if I may take that, it is very important in that ROTC brings to the public, some level of understanding of why the military, do what they do. So yes, it is taught in the school so that people understand. But most definitely, the respect of the flag, if we come back to our previous discussion, people need to understand why soldiers do what they do. And I like the practical example he gave, with the right hand, somebody walking on the right hand and having to give a hand salute. We've had issues of that, over the place, but it's very important that doing the ROTC or instructions to the schools, that people get to understand why these things happen in the military, why soldiers do these things. It's not just out of the blue sky.
So thank you very much. Let's go to Sergeant Major Kua. What do you say about ranks?
Commissar?
ROTC, according to retired Lieutenant Sumo, ROTC helps the students to recognize the ranks, military ranks.
Okay.
When they see you out there, they identify you right away. What do you see about it?
Thank you very much, Major Tapla.
Yes.
And if I may add to the important point he emphasized, I will also look at what we call conscription. ROTC is not just designed for civilian to understand the rank, understand placement in terms of working, but however, it prepares them that tomorrow. Now we're speaking about recruitment. I believe that those who are effectively and proficiently taught the issue of ROTC will be much more, they will have that understanding to fit into the military system. I believe that tomorrow, in case of anything, they will be more alert on top of the military, existence. So I just want to.
So thank you very much. You have the understanding. Yes.
We have military signals, rank and armed signals. So all the soldiers are taught in high school from 10th all the way to 12th grade, they learn military grade systems. They distinguish the various rank and they signal. We taught them that on the right hand side, you can't pass on the right hand side of the officer, not only military officer. It can be policeman, senior man. You don't cover with the senior man because he always salute his subordinate or commander.
So, may I come in small, sir?
Yes, you have just 30 seconds.
Okay, so if you also realize that's the placement of what we call the firearm. A military man most often places firearm at his right hand side. And it is his reactional side. So I believe that that's the most defensive point that any military man want to defend.
Thank
So-
you. We take that as his reactional side. Let's turn to Major Jebo.
So, our studio guests encompass personnel from the Armed Forces of Liberia and the Veteran Bureau. Now, these personnel have just spoken well to the issue of the relevance of studying ROTC. But my question before this was, and my question remains to you, studio guests, what is the working relationship between the Armed Forces of Liberia personnel involved with the preparation of schools for the forthcoming 177th Flag Day Parade and the Bureau of Veteran Affairs? What's the working relationship between the both institutions?
So thank you very much, sir. We do have the museum here when it comes to the instructors when the Veteran Bureau is here. So I would just say that it is cordial. It is cordial. You say once a soldier, always a soldier. We are subject to the UCMJ. I believe that no one who has served in the force should act outside the law. I believe that you should follow the chain of command. I also believe that irrespective of our active function, we are subject to surveillance control. And where the veteran, where they are now, I believe is where we are going. So I believe that what we offer them today is what we'll receive from others tomorrow. So I don't expect to disrespect that. I just, it's just respect is vice versa. I believe that respect also respect, and we still respect the retired ranks. I just want to stop there. The veteran can pick you up from there.
So what you got to say about that? The relationship between your entity and the
We'll have good relationship between the Active Service personnel and the National Veteran Bureau.
Okay.
Because we are the same fish from the same river.
Yeah. Okay, we have good relationship between the AFL and the Veteran Bureau. We all come from the same river. Okay, so what we want to do today, right now, is this. Okay, I would like to turn to Master Sergeant Major Kua, right, to explain to us, because the students are there listening, their parents are listening also. Let's tell them about the award during the program.
Thank you very much.
How many awards and all of these things?
Thank you very much, Major Tapla. So, part of the participant, we do have that team we call the judges. And when we're looking at the judges, is the combination of both the Veteran Bureau and the active duty, which is the Armed Forces of Liberia. So we have 2 personnel from the Veteran Bureau, and we do have 3 personnel from the active duty service. So we have Sergeant Major Gain, we have Master Chief Flomo for Coast Guard, and also part of the judges, and we do have Kono Service and Kono Wade. They form part of the the judges. So we do have first place, second place, third place, best dress, and most disciplined school. So these are the point in which we will be evaluating.
So
now, I come a little bit. So what will make a school to get to the point of becoming a first place winner? Now, as my colleague rightfully says, I'm again Person Sergeant again. The criteria, we do have points allotted as per the 6 criteria. We have as right, alignment, time management, discipline, there are 6. So we are independent as I'm a judge, I'm independent. I go in with my own observation, I come with my own points, I come with my own marking based on what I authentically observe the school in terms of performance. So at the end, before the Indo program, that's why I was saying we do have the hosting of the flag, street parade, and we have the Indo program. At the Indo program is
So
when
before we get to the Indo program,
Mhm.
let's take it step by step. You
Okay.
talk about awards,
Yes,
the
sir.
first prize.
Yes,
I
sir.
want you to just tell me, okay, the best school. So what constitutes the best school? Then
Yeah.
we get to another person who will tell us about another
Okay.
award.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's step into one. Just
Thank
give
you
us
very
one.
much, sir. So the first place, as I said, with the independent scrutiny of schools participating in the parade, I mean, that judge will come and say, for instance, I grade one of year's tournament grade 80% out of 100%. You everything summarized to 100%. So another person will come and say, I grade 79%, I grade. So when you put all together, when you tally all those points among the 30 schools, the school that come up with the highest point
So the
comes
best,
out to become
so,
the first place.
so the best
in
dressed.
terms of
yes,
Fine.
the,
Yes,
the
sir.
best dressed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you say best dressed,
Yes,
let's
sir.
forget about schools.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about how do you determine that?
Okay.
What do you look for on the students
Thank you very
to
much,
be
sir.
best?
Thank you very much. So we are collaboratively functioning, and the Ministry of Education do have what we call the way appearance standard,
Exactly.
coupled with the military standard. However, ours cannot be imposed on the civilian because the students are civilian. So, well, first of all, we'll tell you that you dress in accordance with the Ministry of Education standard. So we are looking at.
Let me
Yes,
hold
sir.
you right there.
Yes, sir.
Let me hold you right there.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Major Gent, the hand salute. Is it one of the awards? The best hand salute?
Technically, it's part of the grading
Mm-hmm.
to accumulate the points
Yeah.
that will get you into one of those categories. And interestingly, it bears the highest mark,
It bears the highest mark.
which is 25%.
So what I want you to say is that to tell us how will you determine the best hand salute? How this person is going to prepare his hand to give the salute? That's the thing I want you to know because that's something you see and say the best salute.
Yes, so during the parade, especially at the point of the eyes right, all the other points will already be on hold, but at the point of the eye right, where it's in the public glare, it's in a glare of everyone.
Yeah.
In order to salute, you give your eyes right, your hands, your fingers
Yes.
should be extended in a
Mhm.
joint like this,
Okay.
and it should form a straight edge.
Okay.
And when you do the salute, or the inner part of your palm should not be seen, and it should form a straight edge and come out as a single unit.
Okay.
So even though some get the actual form of the hand, but if you miss the eyes right, the eyes right is given within a period mark.
Yeah.
So when that rifle strikes the ground, and that's where the force projection comes in, the commander of the troop calls the command eyes, and there's an intermediate step. The next time the rifle strikes the ground, he calls the right. And then when the left foot is hitting the ground, simultaneously you are bringing the right hand up to execute the eyes right. Some
So
people
actually-
get excited, some people get, too carried away by the crowd and
Okay.
the dignitaries.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they miss
Thank you so much.
Yes,
I see. Major Safely wants to come in. Yeah.
Okay, I'm speaking on the force projection.
Voice projection.
Force projection. For example, you're living from Axman Street, bending in, going. You use the walls. Course, right? Good.
Voice projection.
Force projection. March start. No. You prepare the men. Start marching. That's the force projection. I think it'll be 15
Yeah.
points. Or how many
Yeah,
points?
yeah, yeah. Can I come in a
15
little bit, sir?
So,
Yeah.
so just a minute. I think our guys at control are looking for a clip right now concerning voice projection. Okay. Yeah. So you can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. So the issue of eyes right has been one of the criteria that most often people will kind of argue. Now, before the old system, like when I was in high school, we gave as right online. They would draw a particular line where you come and give as right, say as right to a particular line. Let me underline this that with the understanding of drill, which I have Samuel again, he is a drill instructor, he knows it. So when it comes to the issue of as right, we don't really go for a particular line.
Yeah.
We don't go for a particular line. What we go for is that commander ability to coordinate. The Samuel again was speaking about coordinate left legs to right hands, left hands to right or legs, and then the ability to present an array facing.
Okay, just please hold on 1 minute as we listen to the clip from retired Lieutenant Sumo.
Our students have to know what should be done on information. Because these students, they are civilians. They're not getting the little knowledge, but they are not in the military. So it takes some time. It is not just 1 week, 2 weeks. They won't grab anything. You have to take your own time from one step to another step. From one step to another step. Within 2 to 3 weeks or 1 month, they have grabbed the entire concept.
So you talk about steps. Those things the students need to know when they are drilling on that day. What are some of those things? Just a few of them.
They are taught about
Alignment.
movement of the left hands together, because the left will move, followed by the left hand.
Mhm.
Then the right will move, followed by the right hand. Alignment, noise, discipline, proper eye right, command voice.
So if you talk about command voice, can you give an example of command voice?
The voice should be audible and you should go to them with zeal. I will stand before them in the position of attention.
Yeah.
Coordinate. Attention.
Say that again, looking at my camera.
Coordinate. Attention.
So, gentlemen, exactly what retired Major Sipley was saying. The projection, voice projection.
Right.
And if you listen to retired Lieutenant Sumo, he spoke of other things, alignment,
Right.
and all these things. So I believe those are some of the things you are looking for to grade your school.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So with this, let us move to our next question.
So if you look at the active duty personnel from the AFL, they will basically be judges, right?
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Yes, but I was just contemplating when the lieutenant, the retired lieutenant, okay, yes, Somo, was talking about force projection and what have you. So I want to ask this question to our veteran sitting here. Do you, because the issue of teaching ROTC lies in your hand,
Yeah.
okay, do you really teach, or to what extent do you teach drills and ceremonies at these various schools?
We teach the instructor D and C, drill and ceremony, land formation, alignment,
Yeah.
force projection, proper as right, attention, parade, rest, forward march, unit hot. If you are hot in the unit, you
Okay.
teach them perfect. But our movement.
Okay, thank you very much for the explanation. So, gentlemen, we are running out of time. In no particular order, do you have can we get your parting statements?
But excuse me, just before the party statement, quickly, what is the route? The students are listening.
Oh,
What is the route?
Yeah,
for the day?
yes, sir. So thank you very much. When it comes to the route, first of all, I will look at the rally point. The rally point is at BTC barracks. And from BTC barracks, after the judges are carried on their in-ranks inspection, from there, they will release the order for you to pass and review. So after that, they want to exit the BTC barrack
So from the
And
BDC, from BDC, where next?
They move to the executive mansion,
From the
turn it
executive
right.
mansion, where next?
From the executive mansion, they're going to drive. Let me just call it short from bypass
Exactly,
hitting
sure.
Broad Street.
Yeah.
From Broad Street, bending on your right, hitting Ashmore Street.
Yeah.
From Ashmore Street, you're going to come straight to the pavilion,
Okay.
where you're going to have the VIP situated on the right hand side,
Okay.
where you are entitled to do your house right. Right after the house right, which is part of our criteria, your ability to summon your students indoor is part of.
Okay, thank you,
discipline.
thank you. So, who in your closing statement, please tell us who will be there to receive the eyes right. Beginning with Sergeant Major Gant.
So you have the commander-in-chief or the president of the Republic of Liberia will be
Okay.
on the grandstand, and you will have the judges, ourselves, and the veteran, the 5 judges, will be at the grandstand where we evaluate who are those schools that are going to get the eyes right.
Yeah.
Or if I will just transition to my parting statement,
Yeah,
should I?
please.
So I look forward. I love the innovation this time. Yes, I think a year back we did come to studio. Well, I like the fact that we have to discuss this today. Even though we talk with the veteran, we interact with the schools. No, but it's good to put these things out. People should understand what they are going to be evaluated on, before it happens. Again, it is synchronized.
Right there, we're out of time.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
Sorry, Major.
Yeah, my parting statement is I'm pleased asking the acting director for the Veteran Bureau to plead a 6 and put all the ROTC instructors on payroll are begging. The children are suffering.
Okay,
I
thank
think-
you very much. Your parting
Oh,
statement.
thank you very much. Before I go ahead, I just want to appreciate all those who are here right now making this day a success.
Yeah.
In addition, I'm recommending that we should not just be in Monrovia. I expect that this particular occurrence should be extended to the various counties. And if it is whatever strategy to get to one county from another, I believe it will be something promotional for the armed forces of Liberia.
Something promotional for the armed forces of Liberia. We
Yes.
are already out. So you know what I want from you right now? No. Please tell me. People say old soldier never die. What is the meaning of old soldier never die?
Also,
In
never die. Because when you get old and they retire you, they will replace you by recruiting. They recruit and train and replace you.
Okay.
And what they call the war, old soldier never die.
Old soldier never dies. I'm sorry, we don't have the time to play
replacement.
Lieutenant Sumo or retired clip. But he says something also about old soldier never die.
So, to our listening audience, this is all the time we have for today's edition on Armed Forces Today, a Force for Good. Thanks for your listening role. See you next Monday for a new edition. We have been
Anyone who has served
your presenters, Major Eldorado Nyanti Jebo and
Major Stephen Tortopla.